What's up, guys? My name's KhaoticK, back at you guys with a little bit of day, and we're coming at you with a new review. And in this one, we're going to be reviewing Nortilidine. And so Nortilidine is Tillidine's active metabolite. And this stuff has roughly the equivalence of morphine in effects and like potency. And a little lesser though, like in Euphoria, it's more like, it's kind of like a mix between codeine and like morphine kind of like effects. So it's sort of weak, but it's perfect for people that don't have a opiate tolerance. And I'm gonna get right into it because it is actually more euphoric. It's one of the more euphoric opiates I've ever done. So we're gonna get right into that effect here. Hope you guys stay high, stay lifted. And without further ado, let's get started. So Nortilidine, this one feels pretty fucking good, bro. And the main reason why is because it has NMDA receptor activation as well as opioid and DRI action as well. It's dopamine reuptake. So yeah, it feels kind of like 3 drugs in one, but be careful with that because it is more addicting, you know? So it has like a slight dissociative effect, which probably contributes to some of its pain relieving effects. Very fun indeed. Hey, bro, when I took this shit, bro, like the first time, bro, I was like, okay, this shit smokes real well. And I took it orally as well. Felt pretty good, you know, like the pain relief was pretty on par. Definitely not as strong as 708, but it's almost as strong as like Kratom by itself. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I felt pretty, you know, similar to Kratom, like almost as weak as Kratom. But, you know, it being the active metabolite of Tillidiine, it actually, you know, does feel a lot more like a pharmaceutical opioid. So yeah. It feels a lot more just responded well by your body. Also, I noticed there isn't really the itching, you know, with other opioids. This one doesn't really have that side effect. Thank God, you know. So you could take a lot of this stuff and it wouldn't really be that bad. It just wouldn't really feel worse, you know? And be careful though, because there's compulsive redosing. Definitely compulsive behaviors. If you're prone to compulsive behaviors, yeah, I would steer clear of this one because, yeah, bro, you're gonna be fucking going hard on this shit, and you have to be fucking careful. Seriously, you know, doing too much Nortilidine, that's just gonna end up in the wrong scene, you know, because it's just the nature of the drug. You know, that's how they get you. And you know, if you're no stranger to opioid addiction, steer clear, bro, because it's just really not worth it at all. I'm really serious. But yeah, you know, it felt pretty nice. Very much like codeine. Because I've only done codeine, haven't even done morphine. It does have the equivalency of morphine in potency, like I said earlier. So I found that really interesting. I looked it up. As far as I know, it does. But it being compared to morphine is also kind of not realistic as well. You know, it's not going to be as strong as morphine, you know. I'm pretty sure. But it was good nonetheless. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. And yeah, would I do it again? Yeah, I definitely would, you know, because yeah, it just felt pretty nice, man. Pretty chill, you know. And I'm on it right now. I'm actually kind of gauging the effects. The dosage is like 50 to 100 milligrams, equivalent to like a 10 milligram oxy pill. You know, I actually like it because it's a little more functional as well. However, the nodding dose is pretty high up. You'd have to take a lot to nod on this stuff, but it feels pretty nice. Very good for pain relief, you know, effects. Pain relief effects, you know, very good with pain relief. I would say it's like top tier for that. It's top tier for functional pain relief as well. This stuff, I'm loving it because yeah, it feels less boring than ODSMT. ODSMT to me is pretty boring, you know, and that stuff could be pretty strong, but what I mean by boring, like, I don't know, the nod just wasn't really euphoric. But this one's euphoric. You know, it's definitely euphoric like a typical pharmaceutical opioid. It reminds me of like the euphoria of oxycodone, which I very much liked, of course. Who doesn't love some oxy? But yeah, this stuff, I gotta be careful, bro, because yeah, it has like all the right spots. It really hits all the right spots, bro. It's just crazy. But yeah, so, you know, with that being said, I do advise caution because it can get pretty serious, you know, real quick. And next thing you know, you're just going through grams all the fucking time. So obviously watch your usage, you know, the most. You don't want to be abusing this stuff. Very bad idea. But if you're just sticking to regular dosing, then I don't see no issue. You know, I just really don't see no issue. Just don't be abusing it. That's all I got to say. If you're enjoying it every weekend, then props to you, man, because you got to have a lot of more self-control when it comes to this class of drugs. It's pretty much right up there with benzos as pretty fucking addicting, bro. So you're going to easily fall into an addiction with this shit. So watch out, please. I cannot say enough. But anyways, back to, you know, kind of the effects profile. Like, I would say it's pretty safe. You know, this one doesn't seem to cause as much respiratory depression. This one doesn't cause as much respiratory depression, but I'll be advised if you're taking too high of a dose, you know, all bets are off. Like if you're taking, you know, way too much, you know, if you're taking a gram of it, man, that could be OD territory. You never know. And also test your shit with fentanyl, bro. You cannot trust that shit to not be laced with fentanyl, because that's just the world we live in. So always keep a fentanyl test kit, and always keep naloxone as well, you know, if you're using opioids, because you don't want to die. And yeah, you know, you never know, if you're pushing the envelope too much, you could OD, and it could be really bad. So watch out, bro, because I want you guys to be healthy and staying safe, most importantly. But other than that, you know, Nortilidine, bro, it felt just as euphoric as Oxy, but, you know, not as strong. Oxy would be like 10 times as strong, I would say. But you can achieve a nod on this stuff, which I very much liked. So it has that effect. Don't expect much more than that from it. And also don't expect anything from it if you're coming from a tolerance from actual oxys or other crazier shit. Stronger opioids, of course. That's not gonna make you feel it. Yeah, you're really not gonna feel Nortilidine if you're coming from stronger shit. Trust me. And yeah, if I was still doing the shit I used to do, bro, man, I wouldn't feel this shit. I know I wouldn't. So yeah, I'm lucky enough to prove that I don't have a tolerance to that shit, because I'm able to actually enjoy these lower tier opioids, because fuck all the other crazy shit, bro. The nitazines, and I don't want to ever fuck with that shit, bro. Yeah, fentanyl, none of that shit. Nope, no. But, you know, for all the dudes that do fuck with this shit, you really have to exercise some caution, bro, because there is no mistaking that you can easily OD, easily get laced with something that can kill you with however many chemicals they have. I mean, they just have crazy tons, bro. You don't want to get chemical poisoning and die. So I'd really be advised, bro, watch what you're taking. And that goes for any substances, you know, not just Nortilidine, bro. Of course, always stick to the same harm reduction as every single drug. Always test as an allergy dose, then work your way up. Titrate your way up. Don't start right off the bat with a high dose of any drug, or even a low dose, because you never know if the low dose was too much. You know, it could vary in potency. So yeah, be advised, bro. But I really want you guys staying safe and staying healthy. But yeah, at least with Nortilidine, the effect profile is pretty safe, as far as I know. Again, you know, because I know a lot about like how these drugs would affect you. Out of all the opioids I've done, bro, this one caused the least respiratory depression, the most functional, and the most therapeutic. Yeah, I forgot to mention, it's very therapeutic. And that could be addicting, bro, so really watch out, bro, like I said. But Nortilidine, bro, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. This stuff really hit all the spots in your brain. It felt good. It felt great. I fucking love that about it. But yeah, nothing else much to say about it other than that it was great. All right, definitely give it a try if you can handle not getting addicted to these kind of class of drugs, because obviously that's just a ticky time bomb, bro, and you don't want to go back spiral into addiction. So, but I mean, this was great. This one's all right, but yeah, I would just be safe with it, man. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Join my harm reduction and substance Discord down in the link below at the top of my channel. And let's get to 5,000 subscribers. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay high, stay lifted, and peace out to the next one.